everyone, so one of my favorite, like, not real holidays is coming up, and it's St. Patrick's Day. It's like the ultimate get shit-faced and celebrate. You don't really even know what you're celebrating, being Irish or something, except for I'm not Irish, but one of my favorite holidays, so I thought that I would do a look for it. Of course, I did a more natural look, so if you do want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put tape on my eyes as guidelines. It kind of helps me make the crease a little bit more V-like, and it also helps me with my eyeliner since, like I've said before, I'm not good at it at all. So I'm going to put these on. And you pretty much just get it like, here I'll zoom in a little. You pretty much just get it from your eye up to your eyebrow, making like, so it's like that. So it's gets your eye and then goes straight up to the end of your eyebrow. You do that on both sides. So it'll be like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this little tiny crease brush that I got from Ulta. And I'm going to go into my NYX Nude on Nude palette. And I'm going to use this matte brown color. Where is it? Right here. I'm going to use that for my crease. So I'm just going to go like, do the top part of it. And then bring it down. And then I'm just going to actually leave it like that and then go to the other side. Okay, now I'm going to go back and I'm going to get my larger crease brush, this one, and I'm just going to go over it. This one kind of, I feel like this one blends a little bit better, but it's not like as precise since it is so much bigger. Like, I'll show you the difference. Like, that's the difference in size. So like this one gets a little bit more precise, but this one's going to blend a lot better, so I use this one to blend. So that's what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to go into my Urban Decay Ammo palette, I think it was called. This is what it looks like. I actually just got this off of the Urban Decay website. It was on sale for like $18 and I got it during their friends and family sale, so I got it for like 20% off. So with shipping and handling, I think it was like $23, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Especially since, I'll show you the colors. It comes with 10 different colors. And I mean, I usually just use neutral colors, so I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 colors that I'm going to use a lot, and for Urban Decay, 5 is like, for 5 eyeshadows for like $4 each from Urban Decay is a really good deal. So the first color I'm going to get, is this one. It's called Maui Wowie, I think. Let's see if it'll focus. I don't think it'll focus. Well, that's the first color I'm going to get, and it's called Maui Wowie. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to get a larger eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to apply it all over the eyelid. So it's going to look like that. Next, what I'm going to do is get my smaller eyeshadow brush, and I'm actually going to use the green color, which is unfortunately named Mildew, but that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to put it on like the outer part of my eye, and I'm going to try and make like the little inner V part. But then I'm also going to do like a third of my eyelid. And then what I'm doing is I'm patting it on instead of just like smearing it on like I used to do. That way the color kind of, you get more pigmentation, and also you don't get as much drop off, which is really nice. I'm going to get my crease brush and just kind of like pat around so it kind of blends a little. Okay, so here's the finished product with all the color. And now I'm actually going to show you my applying of the eyeliner, because with these I can do them pretty well. But I'm going to use my flat angled brush, small flat angled brush from e.l.f. And then I'm going to use Maybelline New York Eye Studio. And it's in black, I think. Blackest black. And then the way I'm going to start is I'm just going to like come down a little bit and then go across and then bend it in. So let's do it. So like you see, I have just my little guider line. And now what I do is I just grab it and kind of like, I kind of do this angle. Like I do this and then just kind of smear it down like that. Guess it's a little dramatic today. And then I like to let it air dry. Like, it probably is dry enough to open my eyes, but whenever I think that, it's never dry enough, and then it gets a bunch of black stuff, and then I ruined all my eyeshadow, so I let it dry a little bit before I open my eye. And I also always have to go in and clean up. Okay, so like that. And then I'm actually gonna just turn it off while I do the other eye, because I mean, you saw how I do that eye, you don't really need to see this one, I don't think. So I'm just gonna turn this off real quick. Okay, so now I've finished both eyes, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so now what you're gonna do, now that I've finished with it, is you're just gonna peel off the tape. Oh. Okay, and well, I have some black on the top of my face. Oh my god, I've made it worse. Much better. So now I'm gonna get my crease pen brush and just kind of fluff around there, not really like touch, like not, or I mean you're gonna touch it, but you're not gonna really do too much. Just kind of do a little blending so that there's not such a dramatic line like that. Now I'm gonna get my Jumbo NYX pen and milk, and what I'm gonna do is put it in my waterline, but I pull it like as far as I can because I seem to get it stuck in my eyelashes a lot. So, see, like, it's really super white. So I go in with my fingers and just kind of pat it around. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get my little under eye roller thing, and I'm going to apply it like I normally do. Like that. And then I'm actually going to let it sit and dry. And while I let it sit and dry, I'm going to curl my eyelashes and then put some mascara on. Then I'm going to use my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume 1. Into layering up my mascara, so I usually do a few. Okay, now that this is aired up enough, sometimes I use my beauty blender, sometimes I just use my fingers, and I'm just gonna pat it in like this. So like that. And then I'm gonna use my new highlight in Morning Light. I actually got it for like half off at Target, which was awesome. Kind of has this yellowish tinge to it, but you really just need a tiny bit, like just a tiny bit. Like, I mean, if you see, like, watch my finger, I like barely pat it on. It's so pigmented. And you want to just bring on your brow bone. And then, if you see, it's like that. And then I just get on my pinky, I just get a tiny bit, and I bring it to the inner tear duct. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom out for you. And I'm going to use my Urban Decay setting spray. When I was standing in line the other day at Victoria's Secret, I saw that they have a setting spray, and it was only $14, so I think I might go back and buy it. Okay, so now that you've used your setting spray, you're going to do some lip color, and I'm going to use my Revlon Lip Butter in Peach Parfait. And I'll show you the color real quick. It's just this little, like, peachy color, and it has, like, a lot of shimmer to it. I could swatch it for you, too. I don't know if it's a new color, but it's a new one for me. There you go. It's just really light. Now, so that's the finished product, and I'll zoom in so you can see how it looks. Thank you guys all very much for watching. I hope that you like my more simple tutorials, because I personally am not a makeup artist, and I haven't been like going so extensive in my makeup for years and years. So to me, watching the simple ones is like what really helps me get started and what helps me get going on like the more intricate makeup tutorials. So like I was saying, thank you all very much for watching, and let me know what you think about them down below if you actually even do like the simple ones. Make sure you stay tuned for my next video and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Bye!